Hello, ladies, and welcome to day 3 of the 21-day reset. So, yesterday we discussed how our bodies react. Hello, ladies, and welcome to day 3 of the 21-day reset. So, yesterday let's get into today's lesson. So, our nervous system is the part of our body that manages stress, rest, danger, and calm, and it's always scanning with one question in mind: am I safe or am I in danger? Because there are the two main modes that it can be in, and that's the two that we'll be discussing today: safe and survival. Safe mode is when you truly feel grounded, calm, and present. You can think clearly, breathe deeply, and be creative and just feel actually peaceful. Survival, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. You're emotional, angry, stressed, you just have low mood, you just feel like you're missing your spark. You may have also heard of the terms fight or flight, and for your survival mode, this is actually fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. That is a tongue twister, sorry. But it's when your body is just giving off that extra cortisol and adrenaline and you just feel tense. And the truth is, most of our bodies are stuck in that state of survival mode and we just don't have a clue. If you were anything like me, before I started really diving into this whole journey, I didn't know anything about the body or the mind or anything like that. So it came as a real shock to me to find out that my body was actually in that state of survival, because I thought naturally I was just turned into this lazy, unmotivated person who genuinely didn't have any ambition in life. But I was just in that state of survival mode. It wasn't the time to be creative or ambitious or think about my future, because I was genuinely just trying to get through the day safely. So, going back in time, there would have been a point in your life where you experienced something where your body sensed danger and initially went into that first state of survival mode. It could have been an abusive relationship, either emotionally or physically, or a traumatic childhood, or it could have been something really minor. You might not know what it is, but our bodies definitely do. So, even if it was years ago, decades ago, if you never gave your body the chance to process it, then it held on to it. So now, every time a situation occurs where a similar negative emotion is triggered off, it could be in the form of being shouted at by your boss. If a work colleague comes at you in an aggressive tone, it could be a facial expression from a stranger, or even waiting too long for a text back. Your body isn't actually reacting to this current trigger, it's replaying that original situation like it's happening again right now. But because you never knew how to guide your body back to safety, it's been stuck there, and now even the smallest triggers reinforce it to stay there daily. This is nothing to blame yourself over, by the way, because this is just not common knowledge at all. It totally should be, but it's not. But now I've made you aware, let's do something about it and guide our bodies back to safety. Because the crazy part is, if it was something that happened in the early stages of your life, your childhood, or even your teenage years, it means that you have been stuck in the state of survival for the majority of your life, and you've never been in that safety, creative, ambitious mode, and you've just never ever been your true self. So let's just focus on making that shift and getting our bodies back to safety so we can experience life in a whole new light. Let's find out how good life can really get for you. So, making the shift from survival to safety is done by regulating our nervous system. And I'm sure you won't be surprised when I tell you that the number one tool for that is meditating. Sitting in stillness and just catching our bodies up to the present moment and telling it we're safe here and reminding it that there is no real danger, that's what creates the life changing shift. Repeating our daily affirmations is amazing for training the subconscious mind, but if we don't bring our bodies up to speed and bring it back to safety, it is never going to be in a place where it can receive what our mind is trying to tell us. The key to making this whole journey truly transformational is bringing our bodies back to safety. I want to use today's case study opportunity to tell you about a beautiful woman named Emma. Now, throughout her entire life, she was stuck in survival mode. Like many of us, she suffered with feelings of unworthiness and just constant immense stress, and soon enough, her body began to reflect that. Emma was diagnosed with many different health conditions. One, the most common one, is endometriosis, and another one, a neurological condition called myasthenia gravis. Sorry, I did just look that up because I didn't want to butcher the name of it. In her 20s, Emma was taking as many as 50 pills daily. I want you to remember this number: 50 pills daily just to survive. She felt like a complete lost cause. She felt like she had tried everything, but nothing was working until she came across meditation. When she began meditating and truly noticing where the pain was in her body, she noticed that the stuff she was feeling daily wasn't normal, and it was, in fact, just a result of immense heaviness caused by stress. She committed to her meditations every day, and soon her body started to shift from survival to safety. But things continued to get worse for Emma because life wasn't just on hold while she was trying to heal herself. And unfortunately, she did go on to experience a lot more traumatic situations in that time. And not only was she now suffering physically from all of these health conditions, but she was also began suffering mentally a lot too. But Emma stayed consistent. She got intentional with her meditations, she introduced breath work, and she dealt with her trauma. And now her physical symptoms have all faded. She identifies herself as fully healed, and she takes 0 pills daily. And all of this was due to the complete shift in her body state. Meditation allowed her body to completely slow down, and it no longer signaled run, defend, survive. It shifted into safety, and with that, it told its body, you're safe, you can heal now. Her internal shift changed her life, and Emma's story is physical proof of what can happen when you create safety on the inside first. And in mental health recovery, that is the foundation for a transformational mindset shift. You'll never be able to commit to a new you if your body still believes it's in danger. So, whether you are healing from chronic illness, anxiety, depression, or just old patterns, it all starts the same, and it all starts here with you. Regulate your nervous system, and you not only create recovery, but you also open the doors to a completely new you and a completely new life. I'm going to end today's lesson here. I hope you enjoyed hearing about this as much as I enjoyed telling you about it. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.